Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name. Sorry.
I figured that
Atlas
out.
is Third Eye.
In a new improved form, yes.
And you ran Third Eye.
With Dad, yes.
So you must have known Liam. You didn't
Yes.
just meet him, did you?
Yes, I
Yes.
knew him, Inspector, but don't get your hopes up. All of this has been thoroughly investigated and cleared up.
I think he
You've
made
been
that mask.
investigated about his death.
They dropped the case. We didn't have anything to do with it. Well, when I say drop the case, I mean a police investigation is one thing, but what the public thinks is another. They threatened to go public, and then James bloody Wilson started distributing his flyers, and that was it. No choice. It was an end to it.
You had to change the name.
We'd already paid the family an out-of-court settlement. Thought that was an end to it. But then James, his cronies, they wouldn't leave it alone.
His
We had to close
cronies.
down.
What
Buy a new
cronies?
place, rebrand. So eventually, we reopened here
As Atlas.
as Atlas.
And it worked.
Up till now, yes.
So you knew James Wilson too?
We knew James, but he didn't know us as such. Oh, he was very quick to shoot us down, but he didn't do anything like actually coming to the course to see what he was about.
So James wouldn't know that you were now running Atlas.
Not unless he came to one of our courses.
And how much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines, brainwashing.
I'm afraid that exists only exclusively in the mind of Mr. Wilson. All we do is make better business people. We challenge their prejudices and presumptions. Why don't you come along and see for yourself? The course starts in 15 minutes.
Oh my god.
Excuse me, Inspector. Hello. I can't come back now. Well, you have my car at the moment. All right.
Is it Rebecca?
All right.
Yeah, it's Rebecca.
See you later. That was Dad. I
Oh.
have to go back.
Why?
You can come and meet him if you like.
Well, I might come and have a chat.
Come with me.
Oh boy. Ooh, it's a new hour now.
To be perfectly honest, Dad's a great businessman, but he lacks imagination. He does, however, believe in the power of the individual when taught by the right teacher, of course. Ryan! In here. Just coming. He's through here.
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Detective Inspector Jenks, I'm investigating a death in the village. I believe you knew Kate Vine.
Oh, I thought all this was dealt with, Inspector. You do know that Kate Vine was a gherkin short of a Big Mac. You do now.
Father.
You must forgive my son, Inspector. He still can't summon up the courage to come straight to the point. So what do you want to know?
Well, a few more questions if you don't mind.
But I do mind. I'm a very busy man. Try asking an intelligent question, like, do I mind being quizzed about a once promising student who turned into a useless drunk? Ryan, would you mind leaving us for a while?
I'll go back to the centre. I have one or two things to prepare. If you need me, Dad.
You may begin, Mr. Holmes, although I'm not going to be able to help you. I don't have much to do with the course nowadays, so I can't give you any hard information.
That's as maybe, but we
No, that's
need...
as is.
Oh.
But if you want my opinion, I'd be quite happy to give it to you. So, fire away.
Okay, thank you.
We are dealing with an
Well,
old
Paul
goat here.
certainly doesn't take any prisoners. It's obvious who's pulling the strings in this family, and I wonder what they got up to in their previous guise as Third Eye. 8 o'clock already.
Oh boy, we have lots and lots of questions to cover now. Well, anyway, hello everyone, Pansy here. Welcome back to Contradiction. So, 8 PM now. Let's start from the beginning with Kate.
How well did you know Kate?
Hardly knew her at all. Met her a few times. But the course, that's about all.
So when was the last time you saw her?
Last Friday.
So on Friday.
I out of the course and about 7.
Did you speak to her then?
It's possible.
And how did she seem? Was she happy, sad, preoccupied?
She was drunk.
Everyone says she was drunk that day. So only met Kate a few times. Last saw her at the meeting on Friday around 7 p.m. Possibly spoke to her. Possibly. Kate was drunk.
Do you know if Kate had lost this? It's her driving license.
How would I know that?
You didn't see it lying around anywhere?
No.
Pretty firm. Doesn't know if she lost the license. Didn't see anywhere.
Did you know anything about Simon Thompson's bike?
No.
Just one quick no. Homebrew.
Ever tried Simon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't touch anything that has had Simon's fingers in it.
Why? Well, suppose you don't even go to the restaurants then. You only cook your own food? Use your own hands? No maids? Nothing like that. Alright, now the Freedom Pendant.
Have you seen this before?
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
Familiar?
It was, in the woods.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or a killer.
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Well, don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
I think he's hiding something here. Definitely knows something about this pendant.
What do you know about this?
It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol we use sometimes on the course. Little bird in cage flying away. Well, freeing themselves from their past is the analogy.
So do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh, not, for Kate, by any chance?
No, not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
Which student?
Emma.
I've no idea.
The pendant is for Emma. And in turn, Emma gave the pendant to Kate. He insists he didn't buy it for Kate, bought a freedom necklace for a student, called Emma, but engaged in a symbol used on the course. Okay, what about the black mirror?
Have you ever seen one of these before?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Ever used one?
Why would I use a scrying mirror?
In the course.
So you have no interest at all in this sort of thing?
No.
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
Yeah.
Not at all. Strange question.
Why is it strange? Huh, you guys use masks, so mirrors aren't that far off. Okay, let's ask about the mask first.
What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
You don't recognize it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
What's a monarch mask?
Monarch is a fancy dress. Outfitters. Ryan goes there sometimes.
Huh. Well, he's denying using the mask in class. Hasn't seen the mask before. I think mask is from Monarch costumes. Ryan uses the shop. Maybe we should ask Ryan about this. Alright, now, the pub argument between Emma and Kate.
What did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
You didn't hear anything about an argument in the pub?
Should I have?
No, that's fine.
I believe him. Alright, the Alice poster.
Could you tell me a bit about this?
Had it designed by an agency.
And when was that?
Last year.
Is that when you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
So started last year, and immediately there was a drowning, Liam's drowning. Supposedly signed by an agency last year, business started last year, yes. Now the three finger symbol.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
I presume you've seen an Atlas student doing that.
Yes.
Ah, so this is an Atlas thing.
Well, it wasn't exactly our idea. The students started doing it spontaneously to show commitment to the cause.
Really?
Cute, really. Which student did you see doing that?
I'm not sure.
Kyle.
He was carving it into a tree. I told him to stop.
Did you really? Why?
Defacing public property.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What's the punishment for that kind of thing nowadays? Prison sentence?
Oh, it's usually a fine.
All right. What about defiling public liberty? Does that carry a fine too?
Oddly enough, the student in question argued a similar point. Is that something you encourage on the Atlas course?
We encourage people who put ideas first and moral anachronisms second. The problem with the law, Inspector, is that it's out of date.
Well, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. However, you still respect it.
Respect it. I abide by it. We all play by the book, Inspector, but that's only because of the threat of possible incarceration.
And this guy is something else. It's like another level above Ryan. Wow. So finger symbol student's idea. Atlas encourage ideas over morality, reluctantly abides by the law. So ideas come first, and then morals in second place. Interesting idea. So Liam's death.
How well did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam, who took his life.
Oh.
You forgot his name.
As far as I remember, he was a good student, confident, outgoing.
Oh, so
You
he
didn't
was a
notice any
student.
problems?
I believe he had problems at home.
Were you there when he died?
Yeah.
And afterwards? You didn't see him after the meeting?
No.
What was Liam like that night?
No. Apart from being drunk, or possibly because of that, he seemed perfectly happy.
Drunk
He was
again.
drunk.
Well, I assume
Huh.
the bottle in his hand contained whiskey and not lemonade.
Lots of similarities to Kate, don't you think? Drinking,
Yes.
depression. Is that normal for the students?
People come into the Atlas course for quick solutions to their problems. And when they don't get them as quickly as they might have liked, sometimes their impatience gets the better of them.
And they kill themselves. Wow. So it says Liam was bright, confident, and outgoing. Knew Liam had personal problems. Was at Atlas the night Liam died. Didn't see Liam after the course. Liam had been drinking all night at the seminar. Had been drinking all night at the seminar? You mean during the course? Huh. But I thought drinks and alcohols are prohibited inside this premise. Is it strange? So, the Atlas phrase, free to be free.
Can you tell me a little about the Atlas phrase, free to be free?
Where did you hear that?
I was talking to one of your students.
It's a little phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
What is your objective, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine, or do you mean the course's objective?
On the course.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage. We teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs, all that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's a vestige of our animal ancestry, that's all. In business, you heed it at your peril.
Whoa!